Hi guys, welcome to lesson 5. Today we're going to be talking about how to buy your first altcoin using the Binance Exchange. So welcome back. I've prepared lesson 5 focusing on Binance. The reason I've chosen Binance is because it's the most well known, one of the most well used exchanges in the world, has one of the highest trading volumes, and as we spoke before, high trading volume is going to create high coin price, and it's going to be a lot easier to buy and sell your coin. Now please don't proceed with this until you've done lessons 1 to 4, which are all about how to pick your coins in the first place, how to use the math to break down the coins, and how to get fiat currency into cryptocurrency using Coinbase, which is lesson 4, and then sending Bitcoin over to Binance once you've got your cryptocurrency. That's all covered in lesson 4. But today we're looking at the Binance, buying your first altcoins using the Binance Exchange. Now, when you go to Binance, very much like Coinbase, first thing we're going to do is going to enter the address properly. The address is in my description box down below. You can also find a link to Coinbase on there where you're going to get $10 for free if you use my referral link. And there's also some other stuff in the description box, such as if you want to drop me a tip with Ethereum. There's my wallet address down there as well. Now, we always make sure that we go to the right website. So I've circled here in red. Make sure that that padlock is there and it's secure. We know we're on the right site and we're not on a duplicate fake Binance site where we're potentially sending our funds to a scammer. And then we're going to go over and we're going to click register. Now, sometimes Binance closes its doors. I think at the moment they're open. You can find out through the Binance website whether the doors are open or closed. When the doors are closed, you won't be able to sign up onto the exchange and register. At the moment, you're able to register, so all is cool. Once you click on register, you're going to be greeted with this page, which is to enter your email, your password, confirm your password, and put any referral ID. I haven't got a referral ID for you, so just sign up yourself. I would have put one in, but I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I'm not that worried about it. I think I'll get like $4 if I refer you, and it's not a biggie. As we said in lesson 3, security is number 1. Why is security number 1? Because Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are not insured. If you get hacked, if you leave your password lying around on your computer and a hacker gets into your account and takes your Bitcoin or takes your cryptocurrency, it is gone. You cannot contact Binance and complain and say someone's broken into my account. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to help you. Your money is gone. Okay, this isn't like the stock exchange. We're in the wild west at the moment with cryptocurrency. There's no regulations, there's no insurance, there's no ETFs. So you have to be ultra vigilant when you're talking about security. Never save your passwords digitally. Always use a pen, paper or a book. If you watched lesson 4, I would have explained that there's a guy called Ian Bellina. He's an ICO expert. He breaks down ICOs. He was hacked of $4 million worth of cryptocurrency. And that was all because he left his password in his Evernote on his computer. The hacker got into his computer, hacked into his Evernote, was able to access his passwords, and then able to access his cryptocurrency. So I never ever save passwords digitally. That also means that I never allow the browser to save it, such as Firefox, Chrome, Safari. Whenever you enter a new site, they're always going to ask you, do you want the browser to save the password? Click no. Always no. Get yourself a book. I prefer a book with an A to Z on it. And then for each exchange and each wallet, etc., I go to the relevant page letter, and I can look in there, and then I'll find my password, API keys, everything else, and then I'll just keep those secure in a safe or whatever. Make sure you choose very long, complicated passwords. So write them down first and then input them. So I tend to write my password down first, and I literally just make it up as I go along, and they're high letters, lowercase letters, numbers, all sorts of stuff, and I make it as long as possible. And when I'm entering my password into the site, I can then copy it off of my book. Identification, same as lesson 4, same as signing up to Coinbase. If you're signing up to Binance, they're going to ask you for identification to stop money laundering and fraud and all sorts of other bits and nasty bits and bobs. Now you're going to need to show your passport. They may ask you to take a selfie holding your passport up, and a selfie holding a piece of paper with Binance written on it and the date. These are all completely safe to give to them. They're probably going to ask you to send those in a JPEG before you can start using the exchange, okay? Now, once you log on, you're going to be greeted with this page. This is your home page to Binance. Binance is also available as an app on your phone, but you won't be able to find it on the App You'll have to log into Binance via Safari or Google or whatever on your phone, and then there'll be an option there to download it as an app to your phone. What you'll find is if you're on iOS or other devices, it may block the app, and then you're going to have to go into settings and show it as a trusted device, show it as a trusted app before you can start using it, okay? Now, when you sign up, you're going to come into the home page. The very first thing you're going to do is click on this meeple in the top right hand part of the screen. Let me just lower this down a bit so you can see it. Top right hand side of the screen, you're going to see this little meeple people person. It's going to give you the option to go to your account. That's the very first thing you want to do before you even start looking at coins or trading, okay? It's going to bring up this screen. Now this screen is your account screen. Now there's a number of areas blocked out here because this is my account, so I'm not going to give away loads of personal details about me, including email addresses and exactly what kind of security I've got set up. So if we look up here, the first thing you're going to see at the top is, do you want to use BNB to pay for fees? So if you're trading BNB as a pair, you're going to get a 25% discount on fees. So I always switch that on. You can upgrade your level 1 to level 2 and level 3 via certain requests and things that you're going to have to do through Binance. Just click on it and it will tell you exactly what you need to do to upgrade your level. So basically when I was at level 1, I could only withdraw 2 Bitcoin. Now I can withdraw 100 Bitcoin if I want to. Level 3, obviously higher limits if I start building up. But to be honest, I'm not going to need more than 100 Bitcoin. For me anyway. You may need it. I don't. Here you can change your password. You can put the anti-phishing code. Verifying your anti-phishing code, you'll be able to prevent phishing attempts from fake Binance websites or email addresses, which is very good. Again, your API key. Set up your API key. Always write it down on a pen and paper. Your API key, you can actually set it so that it's a required entry if you're going to make a withdrawal. But it also helps if you're going to start using a trading bot at a late stage. Sorry about my bit of green screen here. There's nothing I can do about that. It's just the lighting at the moment. It's a bit rubbish. Yeah, so you can use the API key to put into a bot, and the bot will be able to access your trading account and trade on your behalf. But we'll speak about bots in much later lessons. SMS authentication and Google authentication, these are the ones that I want you to set up. SMS is a little bit more risky, especially if you're in the US or having problems at the moment with people that are working for big telephone companies and selling people's information to hackers. They're able to then access your telephone account and receive text messages for the two-factor authentication to access your account. So always tend to stick with Google authentication. You can use Authy for this, okay? So it doesn't have to be Google authentication, but make sure you set that up. Withdrawal address management, in there you can put in certain addresses that, and then lock it up so that only those addresses can be withdrawn to with your cryptocurrency. Okay, and then below you're going to have you're going to see a device management. You're going to be able to set which devices can access your Binance account, but also you're going to be able to see what devices have been accessing your Binance account and from where and from what IP address. So if anyone has been into your Binance account, that will tell you on there whether they've been in, and you'll be able to keep an eye on that to stop hacking. Okay. Now we could, when we go back to the home page, you're going to see a lot of things up here: Exchange, Labs, Launchpad, Info, Funds, Orders, Join Us, Support, News. If we click on the Exchange tab, we'll come to this screen. Now this screen is where all the action happens. This is where you're going to be buying your altcoin. Now when I click Exchange, I always use Advanced just because it's got a lot more tools. I don't like the basic Exchange. I prefer to use Advanced. It's just a lot easier for me to negotiate, and if you learn to use the Advanced straight away without using the Easy Exchange, you're going to find it a lot better. Okay, up here in a circle you've got, let me just lower that again because you might not be able to see it. You've got what says BTC USDT. So at the moment we are looking at Bitcoin BTC, and this is now where you now need to start learning your codes for various different cryptocurrencies. You can find those on CoinMarketCap. If you're looking for a specific coin, Cardano, type in Cardano into CoinMarketCap, it will come up and tell you that the code is ADA. Now a trading pair, basically you'll see the first bit is BTC, that's Bitcoin, that's what I want to buy. The second part is USDT, that's US dollar tether. That coin always stays at $1, it never fluctuates or goes down. So if I've got a load of money in USDT and I want to buy Bitcoin with USDT, then I set up that trading pair, BTC to USDT. I can also trade in BNB, which is Binance's own coin. I'll also be able to trade in Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think that's about it as trading pairs off the top of my head. So you click on that tab, you'll be able to find your coin, and then just make sure that you're using the right trading pair. So it might be that you've sent over Bitcoin to Binance and you want to buy ADA. You're going to want ADA at the start there, and then BTC as a trading pair. So you're buying it with BTC, okay? Section on the right hand side of the screen is basically giving you live information on what's going on with that coin. So everything in red are all the sell orders. There are people selling off their coins, and it's going to tell you the amount and the total in USDT that they're selling. Okay, so up here you've got the price on the far left hand side. So we can see that in the middle, that's the current price. So we've got 13.9867 as the current price. The up arrow is indicating that the price is currently going up, although that changes very, very frequently. And then down below we've got what all the buy orders are, people looking to buy, how much they're looking to buy, etc, etc, etc. So this is the price they want to buy at, this is the amount they want to buy, and the total of what it's going to cost. And then down here is all the live stream of all the buy orders and sell orders coming in. So this is going to give you a good indication of whether the price is going to dip, whether it's going to go up. But I don't want to go too deep into this because we're going to start talking about swing trading and day trading. I don't want you as a beginner to get anywhere near that at the moment, because that's where a lot of people lose money. At the moment we're just talking about investing in a coin for a long-term hodl. So down the bottom here, you've got a limit and a stop limit. Let me just take you back to limit. So we're on limit at the moment, and what I'm going to do is, if I want to buy BNB or any other coin that I want to buy, you have to obviously make sure that it says buy at BNB or buy at BTC. I'm just going to enter the price, so I can see that the price is $13.98 and it's going up. Now that will automatically come up with the current price, but obviously if you leave this window open for 5 minutes and the price changes, this price bit here is not going to change, and you're going to have to enter that manually. Now I'm going to enter my price, what I want to buy at, the amount I want to buy, and then click buy BNB. So I could, the section here, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% is basically I could use 100% of my USDT, or I could use 25% of my total holdings, or I could just enter the figure manually of how much USDT I want to use. Exactly the same for selling. What you'll find though is if you miss the price, it will put it into your outstanding orders, and I'll show you how to find that later. But what will happen is it will sit in your outstanding orders until that price comes back again, and then it will basically conduct the transaction. So we go back to, if we now clicked on market, I avoid using marketplace unless I'm panic selling. Marketplace is going to do an instant sale as quickly as possible at what it deems to be the market price. So you could potentially lose quite a bit of money using that. And I'm only really going to use that if some awful, god-awful news has come out, like Verge, for example, being involved with specific sites, and then the market, I know that the market for that coin is going to crash. I'm going to quickly get onto market and I'm just going to sell. Okay, that's just kind of me panic selling. I don't use it for anything else other than that. All right. And then your stop limit order, this is quite an important one. So stop limit order is basically there to allow us to pre-program Binance to either buy us a coin or sell us a coin at a specific point. And I only ever really use the sell bit, and the reason for that is that it's going to stop me from losing money. How it stops you from losing money is that I will enter into the stop section the current Satoshi, okay, or the price at which I want it to initiate an action. So we can see that this coin at the moment in the center here is $13.98. So I buy, say, $1,000 worth at $13.98. Now I don't want to suddenly have the market crash and lose a whole ton load of money, okay? So what I might say is in here, in the stop limit, when the price falls to $13.95, initiate an action. That action may be to sell all of my coins at $13.90. So if the price suddenly takes a plunge, I've got a stop limit basically in place that's going to stop me losing too much money. So I'm going to only lose a certain percentage. Now you're going to need to just do a little bit of math to work out the percentages of $13.98, and I would work out what is basically 2 to 4% of a loss on $13.98 and say keep your percentages tight. Okay, it's a very, very handy tool if you know how to use it. Now in the top right hand side of the screen, if we go back to the home page, you're going to see funds, and if you highlight funds, you'll be able to see your balances. And the balances will give you a complete list of all the coins you own, how much money you've got, etc, etc. Deposits will bring up basically all the deposits that you've made and the withdrawals that you've made, and your transaction history. Transaction history is very important for being able to do a tax return, but you're going to want to probably use trade history. So if you go over to orders, you've got open orders. Open orders is where like I said earlier, if you miss the price on a coin, it's going to hold it as an open order until that price is matched again, and then it's either going to complete your buy or your sell order. If you click on open orders, it's going to show any of those orders that are outstanding. You can cancel them if you wish to, and then go back and then try and buy it again at a different price. Your order history, it's going to again bring up all the history of your orders, and your trade history again that's going to bring up the complete list of all your trades. You can set the date. If you look below here, you can set between what date and what date you want to have a look at your trade history. So you would probably do that from the start of the tax year to the end of the tax year. You can even export it onto a file and print it off and then give it to your accountant and leave them with the nasty work of working out all your trades and how much you owe the tax man on capital gains tax. Now this is opening up my balances, my funds. As you can see, I've wiped out quite a lot of it for privacy purposes, because it's going to show you how much I own of what and what I've got, you know, sitting on Binance. I very, very rarely leave anything sitting on Binance. When I buy something, I send it to a wallet, okay? So these are just probably, most of these are just dust, what we call dust. And dust is basically where you've held a coin and you sell it and you end up with a small amount of sats left on the coin, satoshis. And we discussed that in lesson 1. So what happens is you can't send it anywhere, because the fees are you're going to get charged fees every time you create a transaction, buying, selling or transferring coins. Binance will charge you a fee. Now it may be that you've got 30 cents left of some crap coin like Verge, and you're going to want to send it, do something with it, and you can't, because the fees are so high that the fees are more than what you've actually got sitting in there. So it ends up like dead money, basically. So at the top here, you've got an option to convert to BNB, which basically sweeps the dust. And those small amounts of satoshis in cryptocurrency talk are called dust, okay? And what we can do is sweep the dust straight into BNB. That will give us collect up all of our coins that we've got, 30 cents here, 40 cents there. It might even add up to $5 or $6. You can then sweep that into BNB, and if you're using BNB as a trading pair, then you've got a little bit of extra money, so it makes sense to sweep a lot of your dust into BNB. Your estimated value in there is going to tell you the overall portfolio in your Binance account of how much everything's worth, okay? That is pretty much it for using Binance. It's very, very simple. I'm not even going to get into, if we go back to the trading page, here you can see that I use, when I actually open this up fully, I use an RSI indicator and a couple of different tools, Bollinger Bands, so I can, if I'm day trading, I can see, basically get an indication of when something might drop, when something might go up. When you're watching YouTubers online and they're giving you trade advice, these Bollinger Bands are indicators to allow you to make a decision on whether you're going to buy or sell. They don't predict the future, and a lot of YouTubers will try and convince you that this is going to happen in the future because this pattern is going to happen. It's forming this wedge, it's forming this particular pattern, etc, etc, etc. It's all bullshit. Use it to make a decision, an informed decision. I can see when a certain two Bollinger Bands cross that I might be wanting to sell. Okay, I am by no means anywhere near an expert on day trading, and it's something that I'm still perfecting my skill at. I don't trade high amounts of money at all when I'm day trading. I keep it very low so that I can build up my skill base. So we're talking like silly money, like $30, $40 max, okay? The big money is in sort of long-term hodl for me, but for day trading, until I build up the skill, I'm not getting involved in it at all, other than to just practice. And I've got a few guys in my Telegram group, which we're just going to go on to now, who are very, very experienced traders. You'll be able to speak to them directly and get advice on that. I'm doing it myself. They are fantastic, and there's not a lot they don't know about trading. Thanks very much for coming on over. You'll find me on Twitter at CryptoDobbo. Normally just use it to share a couple of things and post latest videos. Telegram, you're going to find me at Dobbo78. If you're an ICO company and you want to get in touch with me to look at the ICO, then please do. There is a Telegram group called Crypto Dobbo's Hangout Group. You'll find it by searching on Telegram. Come on over, you're going to find some traders within that group that you're going to be able to speak to and get some advice. There's some great other groups on Telegram as well. Telegram is the main place that we go for traders in cryptocurrency. So yeah, come on over, and thanks very much for tuning in. The next lesson I'm going to be looking at is going to be how to keep a record of all your coins using Blockfolio, because we're going to be using not just Binance but quite a few other exchanges. If we go to coinmarketcap.com, look for your particular coin and then click on the markets, you're going to be able to see what exchanges they're trading on. Now, eventually, as you go deeper and deeper into cryptocurrency, you're going to find yourself on 5, 6, 7 different exchanges: Bittrex, Binance, Qcoin, IDEX, SpectroCoin. There's a whole bunch, okay? So this one really is just Binance. We're just looking at that today. But with Blockfolio, you're going to be able to, because your money is going to be all over the place in various different exchanges, wallets and bits and bobs. Blockfolio is your one central app that you can store on your phone, that really you can keep an eye on everything in one place. So I'll try and break that down for you, make it as simple as possible. It's a very simple app to use, and yeah, that will probably be lesson 6. And then as the lessons progress, we're going to be looking at different forms of strategies for trading, and then I'm just going to switch over to looking at ICOs really. I haven't done a lot of ICO stuff at the moment because it's a bear market, and ICOs generally don't do very well in a bear market. I'm waiting for a bull market. I've got an ICO at the moment I'm invested in, that I'm really looking forward to that coming out. But they are on lockdown. They've locked the tokens down. They're now waiting for a bull market, and they're waiting to get on the exchanges, which is really good. There's no bonuses in this ICO that I'm involved in, so that is quite exciting. I'm hoping for a good return on that. We'll just go over to comments. Juice is here. How's your day? It's not bad. I'm still wearing the sunglasses because I've still got an eye infection in my left eye. I've got to go into the hospital tomorrow just to get some more medication for it, but it is getting a lot better. 2 weeks ago I could barely see, and then I've been off work for about a week sick. I haven't been off work for 15 to 16 years, so it's yeah, quite annoying. So it's given me time to sit down and do some of this stuff, but to be fair, I'm looking forward to getting back to work. Nice stream, Domo. Thanks, Addy T. Kindly mentioned BNP to save some pounds trading fee. Yeah, I did. I've got that in there, Addy. Addy's one of the guys over on the Dobbo's Crypto Hangout on Telegram. Go and speak to him. He's a very good trader. He'll be able to help you a lot. All the guys that are in my group are really helpful, okay? They're going to be fantastic bunch of people. I'm in a separate Telegram group that I keep private. It's not private, but I keep private. It's an ICO group, and you couldn't meet a more fantastic bunch of guys. And they come from all walks of life, from doctors, surgeons, nurses, police officers, fire brigade. You know, all sorts of various different. We've got cryptocurrency guys there, people that work for well-known ICOs and crypto firms. So yeah, it's very, very good. So you'll be surrounded by a wealth of knowledge, and if you want to be successful in this, you have to surround yourself with people that have got the knowledge, and you kind of bounce off each other. Okay. If you right click left arrow, don't have to open and close every picture manually. Cheers, Juice. Thank you. Wish you had done this work 7 months ago. Nice job, Doro. Cheers, Boom. 7 months ago, mate, I was busy learning the game myself. And yeah, it's I was busy, you know, playing around with Crypto Crow. It was guiding me through a lot of it. I've got a lot of thanks for him. Amazing dude. And various other YouTubers that I'm now in regular contact with via apps like Telegram and stuff like that. So yeah, 7 months ago I was well into trading and building up my portfolio for the future. So yeah, it's exciting times. Everyone's moaning at the moment that the market's bare. There's nothing going on, but trust me, I've got quite a lot of faith that Bitcoin and everything else is going to take off again. It's exactly the same as the stock exchange. Okay, everything goes up, everything goes down. I don't stress out about it too much. Okay, I know that I've got holdings and they are going to pay off very, very well in about 5 years' time, and I'm not stressing too much. Make a live interview with Crow. This would be fun. I tell you what, if we made a live interview with Crow, that would be hilarious, because we bounce off each other quite well with our banter. But there's no way that that's ever going to happen until my subscribership's gone right through the roof. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Crow is in the 76,000 subscribers. I've only been going a week. This is actually my second week, so I've only been going 2 weeks. I've got 52 subscribers at the moment, which is fantastic. I'm expecting the subscribership will probably blow up around about the time that Bitcoin goes to 40 to 60k or something ridiculous, and then it all goes into press and people realise, oh my god, there's actually lots of money in this, and then they're going to start coming over for lessons, and hopefully the subscription base will go up then. Anyway, I don't want to get talking too much, because this ends up, you know, this is supposed to be a lesson video, not chit chat video. But yeah, thanks very much, guys, for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'm going to be guiding you through cryptocurrency for beginners. There's a lot of stuff to learn. I might actually do, before the Blockfolio one, we might cover cryptocurrency terminology like HODL, FOMO, FUD, whales, bear markets, all the stuff that you're going to hear, fiat, all the stuff you're going to hear that you might find a little bit confusing, and we'll just discuss that, so that as you're watching, I've taken you through very slowly in the first few lessons on what fiat is and what Satoshis are, and so you pick up the lingo as you go along. But we'll focus one lesson completely on that, because as you start to, I want you to watch other YouTubers. There are some other great other YouTubers out there. Start watching those guys. Crypto Crow is one guy that I've watched that is absolutely fantastic, really, really helpful. He's mainly focused on ICOs at the moment, but he does a great sort of little talk show where you can have a chat to him and stuff, get his opinion on things. There are a few others. Crypto Love's great for news. There's Crypto Vapor. The Crypto Vapor, this is a guy that has given me an unbelievable amount of help. The Crypto Vapor, if you've not subscribed to him, please go and subscribe. He speak to him every day, and he is always there. If I need something, like I don't understand why my green screen's not working properly, or the OBS settings, he's always there to help. And Crypto Vapor, he does a lot of paid ICO reviews, a lot of bounty hunting, that sort of stuff. That's his gig. So get over there if you want to check him out. And he also vapes while he's doing it and tells you what he's vaping. So he's a little niche. But yeah, thanks. I don't want to babble on too much now, so I want to get off. But I'm going to leave you to it, and listen, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon, okay? Ta-da for now. Oosh.